Hi everyone, this is Engineer Duaso, and for this video, we're going to talk about simple interest. And this is a series for the economics tutorial. Okay, so for the simple interest, I'm going to show you how to analyze simple interest problems, particularly sa mga formulas natin. No, I'm going to show you how to go about and especially to how to break down yung mga sentences natin. Kasi yung number one issue natin dito when it comes to the economics is not actually the formula, because the formula is very simple, but how we understand and how we comprehend sa problem, that actually matters. Okay? So kaya po needed dito yung engineering skills natin tsaka yung English skills natin. Okay? Particularly in identifying the past and then the present and the future. Okay? Particularly sa present and the future, because we're gonna talk about the present worth and then the future worth of money. Okay, so let's define first what is a simple interest. Now, simple interest is actually a basic method of calculating interest. So, ito po, hindi po ito ginagamit sa bank ha, pero this is used for approximation lang as it is defined there. Okay? Now, what are the necessary formulas that you have to understand when it comes to the simple interest? The first one is the interest itself. Now, a lot of students confused when it comes to the interest, because some of them will always think that interest is you're talking about the percentage, but no. Dalawa po yung types of interest natin. You have the interest earned and you have the interest rate. Okay? Yung interest or interest earned, you're actually talking about the money. Now, when you talk about the percentage, you're actually talking about the rate. So, interest rate and interest earn, or just simply put, interest. So, I don't want you to be confused with those terminologies there. Okay? Kasi sometimes minimix natin, eh, 'di ba? Yung definition natin, no? Anyway, the first formula that I'd like to introduce here is the I-PIN. Okay? I is equivalent to P times I times the value of N. Now, what is this? Now, the I there represents the interest earned. I want you to think that way, ha? So, when you look at the I there, okay, you are actually talking about that is my interest earned, not the interest rate. Okay? So, there's a big difference between the interest and the interest rate. Alright? So, of course, ito po yung definition natin dito. The I there is the total interest earned. Ito po yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, no? Interest earned. So, let me emphasize the earn there. Okay? And that is after n interest periods. And later on, we are going to talk about what is the n interest periods there. Okay? Basta, I just want you to understand that the I there is the interest earned, not the interest rate. Now, what about the P? The P there stands for the principal or capital, or shall we say, the present worth. Now, ito yung pinaka-crucial na part. Kasi, you have to be able to identify sa problem mismo, ito ba ay principal worth or ito ba ay present worth? And how would you know that it is a present worth? Diba? You have there the identifiers. I call them identifiers, or simply put, the verbs. Kasi yung verbs magmamatter talaga dito. Like for example, earns. Diba? O yung mga is, right? Mga are. Yung mga ganung mga words, no? Okay, those are the verbs there that is in present tense, which means to say that will be your indicator that you are going to use. Okay, this is a present word. So I know that it is a present. Now, I know it's a challenge for us because as Filipinos, English is not our mother tongue. Okay? Now, you have to have a skill. You need to have a skill in identifying. Now, very simple lang. Verbs lang talaga yung titignan natin dito when it comes to identification of the present worth po. Alright? Now, what about the I? The I there is the annual interest rate. So, I want to emphasize the word interest rate po dito. Okay? So, the rate there, you're talking about the percentage. Okay? Let me just put it here. You're talking about the percentage. Okay? So kapag may makita ka na percentage dyan, malamang po, that is actually the interest rate. But you have to be very careful kasi sometimes there are discounts, no? discounts and interest are two different things there. And we are going to talk about that one later on. Okay? Now, also, I'd like to emphasize that the I there is annual. Okay? Kasi pupunta tayo mamaya no, sa compound interest. Now, sa compound interest, no, you have different periods of compounding. Ito po, when it comes to the simple interest, it is annual. It is yearly yung pagko-consider natin dito. So that's why you have to understand that whatever that you are going to place here or you're going to substitute there, no, sa formula natin, dapat naka-annual siya. Okay? Dapat naka-annual yung interest natin. Not just that, the period must be in what? In annual or based in the number of years. Ito rin, dapat naka-annual din yung count natin dito. Which means to say, if you have a period of days, then you are going to convert that one into years. Okay? So that is the first formula here, and that's how you're going to calculate for the interest rate po. Okay? Interest rate, no, sorry. The interest earned. Okay, that's the formula there. Now, of course, there is what we call the future worth. Now, yung future worth natin or yung future amount natin can be calculated using this one. The idea, kasi, di ba, from the definition, it is a basic method of calculating interest where the interest earned in each period is not added to the principal amount. Meaning to say, yung principal amount natin is just one time at a first year natin, then interest na yung pag-count natin. Hindi po katulad sa compounding interest where you are going to consider the principal every period of compounding. Okay, eto one time lang siya eh. Now, if you try to look at it, so when you calculate for the future amount, that is, F is equivalent to P times plus the value of I. What is F? You're talking about the future worth. All right? What about the P? You're actually talking about the present worth. So you see, future and past, these are the things that you have to be able to identify. Kaya po, marami sa mga students nahihirapan when it comes to the economics because they don't know how to identify whether the amount or the money that is being described in the problem is talking about the future or are we talking about the present? Kaya po napaka-importante yung English dito eh. And then we cannot just disregard, okay, I am an engineering student, I am an architectural student, I don't care about the English there, I just want this problem to be solved. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. Our language here is English, which means to say, we have the responsibility to know English, as simple as it is. Alright? So simple lang. Yung mga future lang, mga identifier sa mga future, like for example, mga will, shall, when it comes to the present, you're talking about the is and are, and of course, we have to read the context also. Kasi pwede kasi yung context natin is yung ginamit, pero tinutukoy niya pala yung sa future. Diba? Pwede kasi ganun eh. So, kaya po, napaka-importante dito yung reading comprehension. So, it's not just enough that you know, yung sinabi niya dito is. Alright? But, is this present work? But you have to check the context. And that's why, importante talaga dito yung reading comprehension. And if you try to look at the formula, it's not that hard. In fact, I know you can memorize this one right now, right? But anyway, let me just continue. So F is equivalent to P plus I, and then where I is the pin, right? P-I-N, and we can factor out yung P natin outside, right? We can factor this one out. So that will be what? P quantity 1 plus I times N, or this will be our second formula. Okay? So eto po, future worth or future amount, you're talking about annual pa rin yung pag-count natin dito. Ito rin, this is annual also. Okay? Annual din yung pag-count natin. Ito rin, annual to lahat eh. Annual. And ito rin, annual to. And looking forward, kasi we're gonna talk about compounding interest, no? And then kung sa board exam status na or situation na, how would we know that we're going to deal with simple interest or compounding interest? Now, it is safe to say, kasi sometimes kasi there are problems no na dito. There are problems na it will be stated no na Ganito lang siya tapos walang indicator if it is simple or compounding interest. And how would you know? Now, if it is annual lang, like 1 year lang yung period natin, that is safe to say that you can apply simple interest. But the rest of it, if it is more than a year na siya, then you are going to consider compounding interest if it is not indicated. But if it is indicated in the problem that it is simple interest, then you are going to consider simple interest calculation. I'm just looking forward, no? What if, sir, ganito, may problem, tapos walang sinabi if it is compounding or simple interest. What will be my strategy there? Now, if ever lang, 1 year lang yung period sa pag-calculate mo, safe po gamitin yung simple interest. Pwede din compound interest yung gamitin mo. Okay? But, if it is more than a year, tapos walang indicator if it is simple or compounding interest, then it is safe to use the compound interest, not the simple interest. Alright? So, of course, before we go to the problem proper here, because we're gonna solve problems here, okay? Let me show you the types of simple interest muna. Dalawa po. Meron tayong una, the ordinary simple interest. When you say ordinary lang, ang one banker year yung pinagbabasehan natin dito. So when you say one banker year, 360 days per year po yung count natin dyan. Okay? So that is for the ordinary simple interest. Okay? Now there's another type of simple interest, which is the exact simple interest. Now, the exact simple interest, dito na po ika-count yung tinatawag natin na leap year or hindi ba siya leap year po. Okay? Let me just show you for the ordinary simple interest, just in case, if ang given sa inyo is days, then you have to convert that one into days po. And how do you convert? Just divide that the number of days to 360, you'll be able to get a year. Okay? Your goal here is to get the value of the year. Alright. So, what if months naman yung binigay sa inyo? Okay, divide mo siya into 12 months and ang kalalabasan nito, year din yung kalalabasan nito because you are converting it to years. Now, what about kapag weeks naman? O, 52 weeks, di ba? You're gonna consider that one. So, this is your year here. Alright? So, ganito lang po yung pag-convert natin when it comes to the simple interest. So, we don't really dwell in these things, no? Because we know how to convert things. Or, do we have a struggle when it comes to the conversion? Sige, try nga natin, di ba? What if meron akong 113 days? Paano ko ba siya i-convert into years? Example lang. Di ba? Meron tayong factor dito, no? Alam natin, sa ordinary simple interest, you have 360 days, right? 360 days yan. Pero, you want it to be in years. So, ang 1 year natin is 360. So, you just cancel this one out. Let me just use my calculator here. Okay, where is my calculator? Here it is. So, 113 divide 360. So, ibig sabihin na to, yung isang year ko dyan is 0.314 years. Okay? So, that's the idea. Say, for example, pag months naman, what if you have 3 months there and you want to convert into years? Paano yan? Just divide that one with 12 months. Kasi yung 12 months natin, that is 1 year. Okay? So that would be 3 divide 12. That should give you 0.25 years. Yan. Sir, what about weeks naman? What if you have 36 weeks? Yun. 36 weeks. How convert that one into years? Okay. So that would be 1 year. Then you have 52 weeks po. Okay? So, divide mo lang yan. 36 divide 52. That should give you 0.69 years. Okay? So, that's how you go about with the ordinary simple interest. Diba? Ang galing, no? So, very basic lang. I'm sure kaya niyo to. Okay? Sige, let me just erase this one first. Erase ko lang to, Ayan po yung sa ordinary simple interest natin. Yun, no? Okay. Now, that is for the ordinary simple interest. Now, what about naman sa exact simple interest po? So, sa exact simple interest, dapat alam natin yung days natin. Okay? So, eto po. You have the January up to the December. So, pansinin nyo, sa February, it's either 28 or 29. Now, 29 siya, magkakaroon lang ng 29, February 29, pag nasa leap year tayo. Pag wala po tayo sa leap year, 28 lang siya. March 31, then 30, there's a pattern there. In fact, you can use your hands, okay, on how to determine the leap year there. Okay, palagay ko lang yung mukha ko, no? I don't know if you can if you can do this one. All right. Now, the knuckles here represents the 31 days. Okay, ganun po yung pag-consider natin. So you start here with January. Dito naman, February, meaning to say less than 30 siya, less than 31. So, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and then you go to the next knuckle or to the next hand, which is August. Now, pansinin nyo, pag pumunta tayo dito sa July, di ba? You have, ano to, before there, no? Uh, balik lang tayo dun. Balitin ko lang yung mukha ko. Yun. Eto, pansinin niyo po dito, sa July natin tsaka sa August, pareho silang 31. Magkasunod na 31. Kasi pag gamit mo sa knuckle mo, 'di ba ito yung sa July, ito na yung sa August natin. So it started with the bone there. So you start with 31, then September, October, November, then December. Okay? So that's how you count. That's how you identify sino ba yung mga months na hanggang 30 lang or less than 31 sila? Or sino ba yung mga months na 31 sila po? Okay po ba? Ayan. Now, our next concern here is this. How do we know that if it is a leap year or not? And how do we determine whether a year is a leap year? So there's actually steps here. Like for example, no? Ito, example lang to ah. Ito ngayon, today is year 2024. Ito, meron po akong nilista dito na mga steps, okay? Identify natin if it is a leap year. And you know what? We just have to follow these steps, no? So start tayo sa 2024. So step 1, if the year is evenly divisible by 4, go to step 2. Sige, try natin ha. So this is our step 1. We are going to divide 2024 by 4. Now, if this is a whole number, then this is a leap year, pero check muna natin sa step 2 ha. So this is 2024 divide 4. That should give me 506. Yun. So, it is divisible. So, go to step 2 tayo. Check natin sa step 2. Now, sa step 2 po, sabi dito, if the year is evenly divisible by 100, go to step 3. So, try natin ha. Ito yung number natin, 2024. Is it evenly divisible? 2024 divide 100. Oy, meron ka ng 20.24. Not evenly distributed. So, otherwise, go to step 4. So, where is the step 4? Sabi dito, the year is a leap year. So, it has 366 days. Kaya po, sa 2024, sa February po, meron tayong 29. O, what if naman po? What if 1700. Yan, check natin to. Step 1 tayo, guys. Sa 1700, i-divide natin to by 4. Check natin 1700 divide by 4. You have there 4 to 5. Okay, so check tayo sa step 1. Go to step 2 tayo. So 1700, i-divide natin by 100. Okay, 1700 divide by 100. So you have 17. So evenly distributed. So punta tayo dito sa step 3. So if the year is evenly divisible by 4, go to step 4. Otherwise, step 5. Okay, so step 3 tayo. Check natin yung 1700 Okay? By the way, wala akong conclusion dito, no? This is leap year. Nag-satisfy siya dito. So, not go to step 4. Step 4, guys. Step and carry. Dali lang. Ito po ay step 4. Meaning to say, leap year. Leap year tayo dyan. Ito naman, tignan natin, no? Divisible by 400, di ba? So, check natin if it is divisible by 400. Okay. So, that would be 1700. I-divide natin to sa 400. That is 4.25. Not divisible. So, not siya. Go to step 5. It is not a leap year. Oh, not a leap year. So, step 5, not a leap year. Okay? It's not a leap year. So, with this one, I want you to understand that for this particular setup natin dito, automatic kasi, just to simplify things, basta makita mo yung year natin divisible by 4, there's a big chance that is a leap year. Now, when do you consider divisible by 100 and divisible by 400? If it ends with double zero. If mag-end yung double zero, then that's the time that you are going to check if it is divisible by 100 or divisible by 400. Okay? Kasi ito, deceiving siya, di ba? Divisible by 4 siya. So, mag-consider ka talaga, oh, this is a leap year, but it is not. Okay? So, that's how you identify and that's how you determine whether if it is a leap year or not. Okay? Hi, this is Engineer Duaso and thank you for watching. For more videos and for more contents, don't forget to like and subscribe.